So, John, I got to ask you, bro, what are some goals that you got for happy junk removal in the next 5 years?
Yeah, so I think what we do really well is we track our performance out in the field. But what I don't do well, and I'm gonna work on this myself, is I don't hold myself accountable for closing more commercial customers. So I have a good tracking mechanism for looking at our cost of goods. But what I want to put in place for myself and my help is I want to do management cogs. So we got operations cogs and more management, business development cogs. How are we doing in a given week in terms of business development? So what what people say is, what you can measure, you can improve. So uh, my personal goal is to improve our commercial accounts. We're about 20% right now. I'd like to be sitting about 30, 35.
And how do you go about acquiring the commercial accounts?
So I'll just drop in places. Today I dropped in at one, two. I dropped in three commercial properties today. I took them two candy jars full of kisses and my business card. And the sign that says no soliciting, I just blow right by that. Yeah.
Nice. How about, did you get to read Xavier's book, Junk Removal
Uh,
Secrets?
no, not yet. I haven't read it yet. But yeah, he talks about getting the commercial accounts. But yeah, I haven't. I'm not a big reader, but yeah, I owe it to him to read that book. Xavier is a super nice guy, very knowledgeable, and we had some good conversations. So
Yeah, the reason why I say that is he deals with the whole with email campaigns, with commercial accounts and all, and things that I never even would have thought of. You probably would have thought of it. You've been in junk removal for so long and all, but we just built our three email accounts for the business, and we're going to start working on them and trying to get commercial accounts through the emails and all. So that is definitely one of the goals I'm going to have in this first year.
yeah, so the email campaigns, if you can figure that out, let me know. Because
Okay.
email, we do not have a good, supposedly the open rate's good, but it's not, no, there's no traction. I don't. I think I've gotten one customer I can think of from emails.
Wow.
Text
Okay.
campaigns, that's a different story. That works, but the email campaign for us has not worked. I know. Yeah, it just I haven't got it to work yet.
So, John, you just hit one of them on the nose. The SMS campaigns. I just
Yep.
had Ivan on, and
Yep.
I really am a big fan of those campaigns, and I can't wait to build up my client book so I could start sending out those texts and all that.
Yeah.
I really think that's going to be a gold mine and all. So, with that being said, did you start from the beginning? Did you make a client book? Did you store everybody's info from the beginning?
No. So what we did is actually Cade Swallow from Code Three. He kind of nudged me. I think he sold his, yeah, he sold his company a while back, but he nudged me to get that text campaign going because it was working for him. Um, I had Chirp as a platform, and we tried that, and didn't work for us because I was trying to do it myself. I'm not so techy. And then somehow I discovered Ivan, and I said, all right, we'll give him a try. And it's been gangbusters with the text campaign now because it worked much better than Chirp. He's got a go high level, and I don't have to worry about it. Set it and forget it. I'll have to say, Ivan, shut it down. We're good. Shut it down for a while.
So, John, give me an idea. So, you send out a text blast. Um, First off, how many are in that text blast at a time? Are,
So
are
we,
you
we send out like 200 every day,
okay? And
and then there's about we have about 8,000 clients that's just cycled through. Once we go through the whole list, it will start it again.
okay, out of that 8,000, how many jobs do you nail from the whole campaign? Would you say?
So text campaign, I don't know the exact number. I can find it, but I know the dollar figures. I think it's about 47,000 in less than a year in revenue.
Wow.
And
Okay.
that's free because that was I pay him minimal amount just to have the platform. So it's just targeting existing customers, which is great, you know. So it's a
Yeah.
lot less than paying Google, right?
So that was the other thing that, I wanted to ask you about this because, there's like two different sides of this as far as people's thoughts on Google Ads. Some people were saying that, Google Ads is no good because once you stop the Google Ads, all the business stops.
Yeah,
But I was kind of thinking about that and I was like, I don't think that's actually true. And, with the Google Ads, as long as you're holding all your clients' infos or you're storing them and you do those SMS campaigns, once you get that client from Google, you pretty much have them for a lifetime if you follow up with these SMS campaigns. What's your
right.
thoughts on that?
So I think the stats are 75% of our customers have only used this one time.
Okay.
So I probably spent I don't know 70,000 $70,000 in the last 8 years on Google Ads, and I don't think it was a good investment. And I didn't know my numbers good enough back then to be concrete about that. But now it's like it's not. There's so many people running ads right now. It's not worth it.
So give me an idea. You said you spent like 60, 70,000 over a long period of time, but give me an idea on a daily basis. How much were you spending every day on the Google Ads?
Oh, at one point we had our daily spend like $100.
Okay,
You
now
know,
with that $100, were you seeing like the phone calls were coming in like consistently? Were you able to make that money back? Were you able to make small
so yeah,
profit with it?
so I trusted other companies to run that for me, and I didn't see a return. I didn't see,
Uh,
yeah, I didn't see a return. And I'm not techy enough to run it myself. Like some of these guys, like Xavier and Andrew, they can do it themselves. I can't. I don't have the
okay.
patience for it. But
So when you do the Google Ads with somebody, so not only are you paying for the ads, you're also paying for them to run
management,
the
right?
ads and all that. And I'm sure that could get very, very, very pricey. And I'm sure, it's kind of harsh on the relationship you're having with the company you're working with. Because if you're not getting the business in, I'm sure you're kind of looking at them sideways.
Yeah,
You're watching your bank account go down and you're not getting these phone calls. So you're probably getting a little like mad at them pretty much all the time and all.
yeah. So and it's exciting. It's taken a while, but I kind of got it dialed in, so everything's a lot smoother than what it used to be. It's more predictable. So sometimes having higher sales isn't as good as having a smooth running business. You know,
Okay. Now, what's your thoughts on the Facebook ads?
the Facebook ads. Um, I'll boost them occasionally if I do. That's another place where we can improve our social media posts. People like the content. Like I got a job the other day. I had a realtor take a picture with me in front of my truck. She goes, "Hey, can I get a picture with you?" I'm like, "Yeah, go ahead." So she posted it on her Instagram, and I got a job like the following week from a different realtor that saw the post.
Uh,
So I think if you can get the realtors to take the pictures with you and have them post it on their profile, it's more because the realtors follow each other, right? Like, who's selling what, right?